music became unfun for me at that time because I felt like I was putting so much pressure on myself. I mean, to make so like when we did Uno Dos Tres, I mean, it's a triple album, which is absurd. So it was like there was not a lot of self-care going on, if any at all. And at the time, like my panic attacks were going up, 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 and turning into just like rage attacks. And so I started getting really addicted to like Xanax and Klonopin and this stuff, and I was mixing it with alcohol. Um, and trying to stay away from alcohol at the same time. And I was just really mixed up, and I was just fucked up, just on pharmaceuticals and booze. And so I remember the last thing I remember was trying to, iHeartRadio. I was trying to come up with a set list, and I was at a block. I couldn't come up with 15 minutes of a set list. I was just completely like, what am I doing? I couldn't, nobody could help. I didn't want anybody to help. I didn't want, and I was just going out of my mind. And I think it was just the culmination of like working that hard for so many years, and feeling like I had to keep writing, and losing kind of sight of just trying to take better care of myself. And then, so in the iHeartRadio thing, I remember trying to come up with that set list, and then I went to the bar and I just started drinking. And then next thing I know, I was talking to someone at the bar, and then my mind was a blank after that. I was just blackout drunk, which would happen to me on a pretty normal, regular basis. I would black out pretty frequently, but that was because there was all the pharmaceuticals I was in, like bubbling in my brain, that was just slamming the door shut. So it happened, and I think like I don't regret it, like it just was something that was kind of like, I'm not embarrassed by it. I don't feel really ashamed of myself. I think I was just getting into a place where it was just getting scary, and if it kept going, I'd end up fucking dead. So that's where I was like, okay, I need to evaluate life and kind of like make sure that I'm on the earth as long as humanly possible. I went into rehab right after that, and it was like I just needed to get my shit together. I had to get sober, and I think it's just like my kids saw that meltdown, and that was really disturbing for me, and I felt terrible about it. So I just had to kind of work on me and my family and sobriety. And when I think back about it, it's like it's kind of like Woodstock Part 2 for us or something. So it was like it was really toxic when you cross the line, and all you're doing is trying to look for pleasure because you're in pain all the time. And that's when you're a danger to yourself. A lot of people don't understand what it's like to be in your head writing lyrics 24 hours a day. It can fuck your head up because it's like you're looking at yourself from every single angle. And when you're blocked or anything, you feel like your brain is blocked. So it's like you're writing, and it's and then sometimes you don't know what you're writing about, and then sometimes you don't know who you are, and it can be a very dangerous place to be in because you like, oh God, I want to give up on this song. You feel, and sometimes it feels like you're giving up on yourself. You have to learn how to find different things in your life to figure out to take you away from it, whether it's family or learning how to do some kind of, you can rebuild a car, or you can go surfing, or you can, uh, um, you know, uh, I think like Neil Young is really into trains and things like that. If you don't distract yourself somehow, you get stuck in that sort of frame of mind, um, and it gets like can get pretty scary. There's times when I've looked at certain things that I've done and it's taken my breath away, where I can't believe that I survived. I was like basically standing at the edge of the earth and ready to jump off. It's years of the accumulation of being vulnerable as being a songwriter or an artist, or doing something, and either people love what you do or they hate what you do, or you love what you do or you hate what you do. It's like it stirs a lot of emotions.